Characterize represents the first step in the 6-step decision process. In Characterize, you learn to quickly size up key event characteristics based on the limited visual and audio injects provided. These initial size-up questions kickstart the process of situational awareness and understanding. A panel along the bottom of the screen informs you of the availability of resources and their projected arrival time to the scene. Indicators of radio updates from other firefighters appear just above the unit they're associated with. They may contain important information about the event and you'll have to click on them. Scenarios have multiple updates. You must review and acknowledge them, and then work through the interview process to answer critical information about the event scene. Once you've completed this interview, move forward to the Recognize stage. Recognize represents the second step in the 6-step decision process. In this stage, we will work through additional on-scene size-up and provide a preview of the matching historical cases from the database. You will be assessed on your ability to quickly identify unique characteristics of the event, gaining greater situational understanding. As you size up the scene, you will continue to answer the size-up questions provided to you in the size-up panel along the right-hand side of the screen. Based on the inputs made, AlphaACT began searching its knowledge base for events with similar characteristics and presents the top 3 events at the bottom of the Recognize page. The system's behavior is mimicking the approach used by experienced decision makers. Basically, this is the "I've seen this before" moment, where situational understanding is beginning to take shape. While you work the scenario, event updates, information about changing event conditions that you need to take into account continue to arrive, just as they would during a real event. You can also change or delete the cues you have originally entered on the Characterize screen from the on-scene size-up panel. Once you have reviewed the information you have inputted so far and completed the on-scene size-up process, move forward to Analyze. Analyze is the third step in the 6-step decision process. On Analyze, you'll have the opportunity to build your knowledge base of past experiences by reviewing the cases you saw in Recognize in greater detail. The goal of the page is to identify a supporting case that represents your current situation and can be leveraged in developing a better course of action. Each of these cases should help you build a better situational understanding as a result of the patterns of information that are similar to your own. When you arrive on Analyze, you'll be presented with 3 cases from history derived from the knowledge base of events within AlphaACT. Review each of these cases by clicking through the tabs available to you, paying particular attention to the Lessons Learned option, which will help you develop a better course of action. Once you find a case that matches your current situation, select that case and move forward to Customize. Customize represents the 4th step in the 6-step decision process. In this stage, the user will be assessed on their situational understanding and will be asked to create the initial strategy for their response. This strategy should be based upon their situational understanding and the lessons they have learned from their matching case from Analyze. When you reach the Customize page, you're presented with a question that's intended to measure situational awareness. Select the option you believe to be appropriate and review the feedback from subject matter experts provided. The Customize page carries over the event scene simulation. Here, you will select your response mode and your immediate objectives for the time frame you are responding within. Once you have selected those objectives, you are free to move forward to the Dramatize stage. In Dramatize, the 5th step of the decision process, you can flesh out the details of your immediate objectives by rehearsing the tactics and strategies of your response. By rehearsing your course of action before putting it into play, you have the opportunity to recognize potential problems and develop appropriate workarounds before safety is at risk. Leveraging the historical case you have brought with you, you will have the opportunity to apply its lessons learned by assigning your various resources to tasks that will help fulfill your immediate objectives. Leverage the system tools to help you sandbox your event response. You can drag and drop your tactics onto the event scene. Once you have assigned your resources to the event, you will unlock the ability to move forward to utilize. At any point in time, you can go back through and edit the responses that you have assigned to your resources along the way. On the Utilize page, the sixth and final step of the decision process, you will be asked to put your decision into play. The system summarizes the course of action you specified, asks a question about how you plan to proceed, and presents several options available to answer. At this point, you should have good situational awareness based on the cases you have reviewed and the course of action you have rehearsed. Once you have selected the decision that best reflects your desired course of action, you will be presented with an outcome page which shows you how independent subject matter experts rated the effectiveness of each option. Once you have reviewed the SMA feedback, move forward to the feedback portion of our system. Once you have completed the scenario, you will be presented with the take-home lessons for this particular scenario. Once you've closed this, you will be given directed feedback onto how you performed throughout the stages of the event response. Review your initial size up, the decisions you made, the cues and characteristics you identified, and how you performed on the situational judgment test. The feedback stage concludes your training session.